I just want to let people know what's been going on. I know a lot of people follow on Gerber, and I thank you for all the support there. That's really been my mother and my sister doing that. I just want to do something myself. As a lot of you know, Monday, January 7th, I was getting ready for school, and all of a sudden there was a buzzing in my ear, and my right side wasn't working right, and my right leg didn't feel. I was losing strength, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Went out to put wood in, and I couldn't get it into the fireplace. I was like, forget it. And I just finally, I'm like, figured if I go to school, maybe it'll go away. And driving in, it wasn't getting any better, so I just turned and went to the hospital. Joke is Andy. Thank your wife. Meant so much to have her there. I was scared, didn't know what was going on. But it meant a lot to have Jane there, taking care of me, just having someone familiar that is telling them that everything's going to be alright, and someone that you just know and trust. So make sure you tell her thank you for me. I was only in the hospital for about 2 days, and I was walking a day after that. They were telling me it was vertigo. They sent me home Wednesday morning. Eric Heller asked me to quit using his name in the story, so Wednesday night there was this Worcester teacher on this game show, and I'm watching it and getting through. He misses his question, and next thing you know, there's just buzzing in my right ear, and I'm just laying. I thought it was vertigo, so I was just laying on the couch, and I was like, I think it's happening again, and I'm starting to have problems speaking. My left arm just kind of felt like it was falling asleep. My left leg was feeling the same way, and went back in the hospital, went through more tests, and it turns out I had a major stroke. And they were set in my brain, and took my left side. I mean, I couldn't walk. I was having problems using my hand. Told me to touch my nose. I poked myself in the eye. I mean, it wasn't just everything wasn't working. So I had a major stroke. Took my left side. It took some of my peripheral vision straight on. I could see fine. This peripheral is gone. It's up above to my left. So I mean, they say if you're gonna lose vision, it's a good place to lose. That's really the only thing that they told me I'm not gonna get back. They said it can improve a little, but it's not gonna come back completely. The only first place I really noticed it was going up the steps the other day. I couldn't see the kids' faces as I was going up the steps, or people called out stuff, called me out on the left. I looked and I couldn't tell who had said anything. But as they released me on, they said I was going to be in the hospital for about 3 to 4 months, and then after, I don't know, I think it was 2 weeks I got out. I was coming home, my sister was like, just understand that the last time I saw you, you couldn't walk. She said, we made some changes. So I didn't know what was going on. I mean, I'm coming home thinking how lucky I was just because of how many people came and visited. I mean, cards and candy and just visitor after visitor, and I never got bored, and it helped me so much while I was in the hospital. I was like, I'm the luckiest person in there, even though I went through all this. And I mean, I was just trying to think how I could thank everybody. As I was coming down the drive and then pull in, and I had torn up the walkway, and there was a ditch there, and you kind of hop over, and not many people would come over, so I didn't worry about it. I'd do it in the spring. But my walkway into the house they poured the concrete, and I could actually walk in without having to trip over a hole. I was like, that makes sense. I couldn't walk when I left, and then I walked in the house, and I had torn out the dishwasher. I had the linoleum was duct taped down so people didn't trip over it. I don't even think I did. I think my dad did, because I just would always just walk over it. the wallpaper, I had been stripping it down. I just been ripping layer after layer off the walls, and the refrigerator was pulled out because I was fixing the wall behind it, so it was a mess, but it was usable. But my sister just thought that's not gonna do, and put this into a big plan into action that a lot of you know of. And I think for everybody that donated their money, their time, I mean, I don't even know everybody that helped volunteer yet. I haven't seen the pictures yet, but I mean, thank you so much for people that came out here and worked and did this for me. It really changed things when I came home. I mean, first night I just couldn't sleep. I mean, I was like trying to think why I'm so lucky after doctors have told me I was unlucky about going through this stroke, and no reason I ever should have had it. There's a clot in my neck that just broke off and shot up, and then they said it's just strange that it broke off and shot up the other way. So the strokes jumped sides, and I mean, I just had been told over and over that I was unlucky about this, and then I come home and all I could think of is how lucky I was. Well, yeah, Heller, I won't ever blame you for any of this. I will give you a hard time about it, but I'm glad you're at Worcester. You do a great job, and I'll never ever blame you for any of it. I mean, it's just a coincidence, a bad one, but I won't ever forget you. But I also won't ever watch that show with you. If you ever pull it on, I'll just leave. But no, I'll never blame you for it. I'm going to try to be in school more and more. Doctors have told me that it's time to try to teach my body to be around everything. My brain just, they keep saying it's been reset and I have to learn things over and over again. Just being in class the other day and sitting and listening was just hard because I'm working through the problems in my head. I can still do them, but it's just at the end of one period I was just worn out. So I mean, the hardest part for me has just been how slow it is, and I'm used to, you get hurt, you ignore the pain, you just push through it, and I can't push through this. It's, my brain just kind of shuts down, and I get on the bike for a half hour and be fine, and read for 10 minutes and fall asleep. So it really hasn't helped my reading, but I've been working on it. Better, I've been working on my SSR. Finished a book, won't say what it was, but I finished it. But typing's difficult. That's partly why I did this instead of an email, because it's just very frustrating because it wears me out to type. Left hand doesn't work. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work like it used to. That pinky and ring finger, I can get it to type, but those letters I do with the pinkies and ring fingers, it's just frustrating. But I just wanted to thank everybody for everything they've done for me. Beginning every year at convocation, Mr. Ted's always talking about what a great district we have. I know Chern's always saying what a great staff we have. And I remember I'm always thinking, yeah. Okay, let's get on, let's get moving. And I know when I hear it next year, it's just going to mean a lot more to me because I've been a recipient of what a great staff is. I hope all the students know what great teachers, administrators, everything that they have around them, and hopefully they don't have to go through something like this to be aware of it. But I just want to thank everybody again.